Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and I did that intro about 5 times in a row just now. Anyway, we're talking about these palettes from Profusion. These are all $5. I got these at Walgreens. I thought I would just share with you my experience, how I like them, if I'd recommend them, all that kind of stuff. I am wearing one of the palettes on my eyes today. And I know Profusion kind of carries a line, is it regularly at Target? I don't know, but I used to only see them seasonally. I used to only see them during Christmas time and only like Walgreens, Dollar General, that kind of stuff. But I found these ones at Walgreens this year and I thought I would check them out. I'm going to tell you my thoughts, all that kind of stuff. And yes, let's get started with the blush palette. So they're all $5. They all have this little like flimsy like cover, but this is the blush palette. It is a little bit dusty. They have like kind of a thin formula. I'm going to try to swatch all of these. We'll see how much room I have. They feel really nice. They feel like they could be eyeshadows. And they have a really, really nice amount of pigmentation to them. Let's get the other two. These two here are really light. Those two are these two right here, and all the rest are on my hand right here. Obviously that one right here is a highlighter. I really like the highlighter a lot. I like these blushes a lot. I think these are really nicely pigmented. They do kind of dust around when you put your brush in there. Like it's going to kick up a little bit of dust around the outside, but for the most part they're pressed in here really nicely. And I like this for $5. I mean, you're getting a heck of a good deal because you get 2, 4, 6 blush. I had to double count 6. 6 blushes, nice pigment. They blend well. I've used all of these. This one here, not on my cheeks. It's a little too dark for me, but I did use it on my face, and on my eyes, and I like it. But for blushes, for the rest of these, $5, really good value. I think that's a great one. Let me wipe these off real quick, since I am going to attempt to swatch all these. Well, I'm going to attempt anyway. Okay. Next one. This is the one I'm wearing on my eyes today. This is the one called Basic, and right now I'm using... I was trying to bend it back. They're kind of stiff, so to like bend it back, it feels like it's gonna break it. But yeah, I'm just gonna hold it like this. So this is the one I have on my eyes today. I did put on, what did I go in with? This one right here. It's a matte shade, dusted it all over the lid. Then I got this dark orange one here on the outer corner, and then just blended it all around everywhere. I have this one here on the lid. I put it on my finger. And then I have a little tiny bit of this one in the inner corner, and that's about it. This one is the best out of the 3 that I have here. This is the only one I actually would say I would get it, like I'd recommend it. The other ones are kind of hit and miss. This one I actually really enjoy. I have liked all of the shades in here. A couple of them take a little bit to build up, but for the most part, I think it's good. So that's the bottom row right here. These ones. That's how they swatch there. Kind of dusty. They do kick up a lot in the pan as well, so just keep that in mind. There's the other 3 right there on the bottom. And then the top row we will do right over here. Oh, did you see that crumble off? That white one's a little lightly pressed in there, but that's not the end of the world. Anyway, so in this one you get 3 like metallic shades. This one, and this one. Those are the 3 best ones in the palette in my opinion. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes. This is the only one I can actually recommend. This is one that I would say is good for beginners. Not to say that I'm an expert. I'm also a beginner. I'm learning every day. But this one, I feel the pigmentation is so good on these. It's not over the top. You're not going to make a mess with it. And they're super easy to blend. This one's good. The one here called Basic. That one's good. Where's my little cotton pad? I dropped it. Let's wipe these off and let's get cracking with the next one. So the next one is the one called Bold. Same exact packaging. Here you go. This one I didn't like as much. I don't know. I like the other one more, I think, because it doesn't have the black shade. I'm not a big black eyeshadow user, but out of all of these, I mean, to at least have one with black is totally fine. That's the first top row there. The next row here, let's swatch these ones. There you go. And then the bottom row with that purple, that taupe, and that black. There's those ones right there. They swatch nice. That purple one looks really good in a swatch, but I cannot get it to go onto my lids like this. It's such a frustrating shade for me. It was making me mad to use this palette, to be honest. The 2 mattes up here are kind of nice. They're a little lightly pigmented though. They're easy. They're easy to use. They will take a little while to get it to look like that. This shade here in the middle is also super duper pretty. I like this one a lot. Does take a little bit to build up. It's right there on the top. Really, really lightly pigmented shade, but I like the way it looks on the lid once you get it kind of on there. But this one, I don't know. This one I just can't recommend it. Maybe because it has so many mattes that aren't really that good, but I don't know. I didn't really like this one that much. Alright, swatches coming off. If you're curious on what I'm using, I'm just using this La Roche-Posay micellar water on a little cotton pad. Wiping them off. Moving on. The next one here is this one called Metal. This one also I just didn't like. I feel like I put too much chapstick on. You know how what am I trying to think of? Like bunches up. Anyway, this one I just didn't like that much. I found this one to be a little bit frustrating to use. They are all shimmer metallic kind of finishes. And the formula in here is a lot grittier and chunkier. That's the top row there. Like even when you feel them, you can tell each shade has its like own thing going on. This one here feels really smooth. All the rest are really, really gritty. I just don't like this one that much. It's very difficult for me to use it. I get a lot of fallout. The formula is not the same in this one as they are in, look at that middle shade. Super pretty. That's this one right here. But I can't get them to look like that on my lids. Like, they're just so hard to use. I don't know. This one was really frustrating. This one here is the only shade I like really, really loved out of this palette. I almost want to depot that one and just keep it like by itself in my little magnetic palette. But this one I can't recommend at all. I found the formula in this one to be just so weird and fallouty, kind of flaky. No, I can't recommend this one. So out of all of these, the blush one is really nice, and this one called Basic I think is really good too. Definitely the easiest to use out of all of these. Definitely the more consistent formula with this palette. The other two are just kind of, I don't know. I just don't like those ones. I wouldn't recommend them, and if I could go back in time, I wouldn't buy them. But anyway, that is that. If you've tried these Profusion palettes, or you have other Profusion palettes, I feel like people, for the most part, like this brand a lot, but they're very hit and miss for me. And yeah, that's it. That's my video. Thank you so much for watching it. I will see you in another one. Goodbye.